Okay, so we're back at round two, and all I'm gonna say is, holy cow, these are awesome. Look at the, oh my goodness, look at these plants. These are a very uncommon sword plant called the St. Elmo's Fire sword plant, and I was wondering what they're gonna look like because there's not a whole lot of pictures of them online, and I am impressed with them. They look really nice, and I mean these things are massive. These guys are absolutely massive. So they're pretty uncommon. I've not had them before prior to this, so it'll be a first for me. But those things are just enormous. I'm actually wondering how I'm going to ship them out. I guess I have to use bigger boxes because those guys are just big. So we got some of those. I'm not sure what they're priced at, but I'm sure it's pretty reasonable. I mean, they're rare, but they're not like, you know, they're not so rare that they just got a ridiculous price tag on them. I've got portions of Bulbidus Feudalati, and these guys look like they're tissue culture portions, and they're quite small. I'm not totally sure. Yeah, they look like they are tissue culture because I see a little bit of agar in there. So these guys are teeny tiny. So, but you know, if you want Bulbidus, this is the way to do it. I don't know if these guys stay small like this or not, so I'm not going to market them as dwarf Bulbidus or mini Bulbidus because I don't really know for sure. But they are small, and because of that, they're going to be pretty cheap. But these are definitely a cool, Bulbidus is a cool African plant that grows similar to Anubias, like it's a rhizome type plant. So you grow just like Anubias, and it's also super low demanding like Anubias and Java fern. So it's a really nice alternative to the, you know, to the run-of-the-mill Java fern and Anubias stuff. So they're cool. I like them. I wish they were a little bigger, but you know, you can't have everything. And looks like we got in, I'm not sure what this is. You know, this really, that really looks a lot like, I mean, it looks like Cypress Helferi, but, you know, and I ordered some, but they said they didn't send it. So, but it does look like it, so I guess it is. And I'm going to dig in and make sure 100% before we sell them, obviously, but that does look like Cypress Helferi, so it possibly is. Next, let's see, they got tons of cold packs in here. It's been so hot, guys, and contrary to popular belief, you can ship red plants overnight or 2 days, because like it takes 2 days to get here, and these still come in really good shape as long as they're packaged well. So it's all about packaging and insulation rather than having to send something overnight. These are temple plants. These are just your basic temple Hygrophila corymbosa temple plants, which, you know, they're cool, but they are not nearly as interesting as these guys right here. Oh yes. Does anyone know what those are? Those are Echinodorus Vesuvius plants, which is a sword plant. Even though it doesn't look like a sword plant, it is a sword plant. And I've been growing these guys off and on for probably 4 or 5 years now, ever since they really came into the market. They, believe it or not, I mean, people say they're high light and high demand, but they're actually not. I've kept them under T8s. But, you know, the thing is, if you keep them under T8s or just really low lights, they will die back some, or they will not do anything at all. Like, they'll actually just sit there and stunt or just not grow. So if you really want them to be happy, you need to give them some highlights, but they can be kept under T8s if you do it the right way. So, you know, either way. I mean, for the cost of these guys are not cheap sword plants. They are very expensive because they're pretty uncommon. So I would definitely give them as much light as you possibly can. These things are very fragile. Like they're very soft, so you got to be really careful. I've been growing them immersed for about a year now, and the immersed form looks just like, it looks literally looks a lot like a like dwarf sage or something, but it's just got a little curl to it. So it's a pretty interesting plant. We got more Blixa hopefully this Blixa holds up. The Blixa we got in last week is still doing really well, so I may start selling it. But since we had that meltdown the week before, I've been really hesitant about the Blixa, and I'm making sure that it's like, you know, guaranteed, you know, in really great shape before I even attempt to send it. So I've been really hesitant with it. We got our run-of-the-mill Rotala rotundifolia. This is a nice filler plant that is not very demanding. That's it for this one. What else do we got? Oh, I'm running out of time, guys. I'm trying to make it fast, I promise. I quit blathering on. More golden Nisea. I'm hoping that I can keep the Nisea happy, but the temperatures in the greenhouse are making it a little difficult. So I don't know if I'm going to have to try an inside setup or what, if it's a temperature thing, but we'll see. We'll see how this works out. It seems to do good for me when it's relatively cool, so we'll see. Golden Nisea. And what else do we got in here? Whoa. Gigantic Amazon sword plants. This is a massive sword plant. It's over 2 feet long. It's a big old giant one. It's already got babies all over it. And I got these for a couple reasons. I mean, I didn't get them just to sell them. I also got them just to propagate, so I can have something that is growing, you know, and I can have just a big sword grow bed, like one that's dedicated to growing swords out. So that's one reason why we got so many swords in. So that's part of that. And I'm sure I'll do some kind of video on that at some point. So, okay. Okay, this is Proserpinaca palustris, which is sawtooth high-grow, aka mermaid weed. And this is most definitely, you know, I'm wondering, this is not, I don't even know what this is, guys. Hang on. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be, okay. Okay, there we go, okay. Yeah, so this is sawtooth high-grow, or Proserpinaca palustris, and I'm almost certain that this is submerged growth. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm going to have to look at it. It's really hard to tell with these sometimes, because sometimes, I mean, it's a giveaway, but then sometimes it's not. I see what it is. There's 2 different kinds of plants here. Okay, so that's what kind of threw me off. Okay, so on this hand, I've got, this is Proserpinaca palustris, and then this one is, this is actually Nisea. This is a green Nisea. And I don't know if this one changes, but it may change to red under higher light. I don't really know, but it's not the, you know, it's not the famed Nisea red species, I'm almost certain. So, and I do believe, actually these are both immersed looking. I mean, they really look immersed, so I'm just going to go with that for now. And we got more Rotala Walichi, which is good. It's really popular. People like it. I like it. So it's a cool red plant that doesn't need a whole lot like most red plants do. And what else do we got in here? Oh, buddy. So this one's pretty exciting. It always is. And this one is something that a lot of people have been asking about yet again. So I went ahead and got more, and this is, go ahead and guess. This one is Hygrophila pinnatiphyta, and these guys do look like they are immersed grown, I believe. Yeah, they look like they're immersed grown. You can see like there's a little bit of browning on the tips, and that tells me that they're above water, because they don't brown like that underwater, unless they're, you know, unless they're transitioning from immersed to submersed, but typically they don't brown like that unless they're above water and they just get a little bit too hot. So, I mean, I see that a lot in the sword plants and stuff, so I'm going to say that these are probably immersed growth, and which is not a big deal. I'm going to start transitioning them. I've actually got a couple bunches transitioning right now, and I just wanted to continue on with that. So, and there's more Kabamba, green Kabamba. Okay, finally we're going to round this thing off and be about done. We've got a lot of HC in, of dwarf baby tears, lots and lots of it. I've got it all in potted form right now, but I've got a lot. So if you need a lot, let me know. Go ahead and get it in before it sells, because I sell this stuff really fast. I don't know why. I guess people just love baby tears, but it's a cool plant. I mean, I don't dislike it. I don't really like working with it personally, just because it is a very it's a very tricky plant. I mean, it takes some skill to do a nice HC carpet. So we got some more. We got Kabamba Fricata in here, the rare Kabamba Fricata, and that looks like that's all just Fricata. So yeah, so there's some Fricata, and that's that's basically what I got in today. Try to make this short. Obviously, don't want to do so much, but definitely check us out. I'm gonna start putting this stuff on the website after I get it all settled in and happy. So that's my focus right now, is just getting all the stuff in the grow beds and going, getting it in the tanks. A couple of these things are gonna actually go inside into the inside tanks, but all this stuff is yeah, it's going in right now. And hopefully by the time we do Freebie Friday night, I'll have it all listed and ready to go. So Peabody'sParadise.com, check it out. Stay tuned for more videos, and goodbye.